is the Arthur C. Clarke Astronomical Observatory, Starlab.
Journeys into
Here,
galaxies,
Earth's International Space Authority, ISA, watches over countless uncharted galaxies and the planets that lie within their star-clustered borders.
1,000 miles in space.
One of those planets is TM3, site of the top-secret Starsmith project. Beyond the atmosphere of TM3, a sudden, unexplainable incident whose momentum will soon carry Starlab Research Director Maura Cassidy, Captains John Graydon and Buddy Griff, and the Starsmith project itself into the unknown territory of alien worlds.
Stand by, Mission Control. We have a red code report from Level C radio telescope.
Roger, Starlab Control, go ahead. Starlab Control, this is the Spectral Analysis Officer, Level C. A radio telescope interferometry has detected unusual sunspot activity at a bearing of 409.
Thanks, Bill. Keep us posted.
What's going on, Jerry?
I'm not sure, Tim, but we're gonna find out.
Starlab Control, this is Telescope 4, Level D. We're tracking with Level C.
Yeah, Ken.
Solar graphs show high-density activity.
All right, Level D. Print through the data on the ICM recorder, please.
They're closing right control. Starlab is online.
Look at this.
What? Starlab Control to Xanadu
More
Trader.
solar
Starlab
activity in the
Control
last
to
2
Xanadu
minutes than
Trader.
we've seen in
There's too much
2
static
years.
on this frequency.
I'd
Switch
better
to
call
subchannel
Dr.
4.
Cassidy.
Roger, Starlab Control, subchannel 4.
Meanwhile, on Earth, the effect
Four
of the
by loud and
sun's
clear.
strange
Go ahead.
activity
We've
begins.
just been attacked by an unidentified alien vessel.
Kansas City, Missouri, 8:05 p.m.
What's your location, Xanadu?
Good to see you again.
We're orbiting an intercept vector
I
over
would the two of you care for bottle of wine?
triangulator coordinates.
Yep.
That's a good idea.
Any damage?
The usual
Negative,
one.
but the
All
other
right.
freighter is gone. The El Dorado was orbiting with us.
Destroyed?
I love the food here,
Well,
so
the aliens
it's a
didn't fire
very
any guns.
special
They locked onto
place.
the El Dorado with a
It's been a
tractor
favorite
beam
spot of
and
mine
drove
for
aboard through
years.
some kind of
I'm not the
recovery
owner
energy.
of it.
What was the El Dorado's cargo?
Same as mine.
What's that?
Classified hardware
That's
for the
strange.
Starsmith project.
Probably just a heavy truck going by on the street outside.
My God, Roger!
That's right, Commissioner. The alien was after both of them. The captain of the Xanadu Trader said if he hadn't taken evasive action, the tractor beam would have snatched him too.
Earthquakes, tidal
What makes
waves,
you think so,
and
Commissioner?
temperature shifts around the globe slowly intensify. A solar mystery unfolds. And back on Starlab, the disorder becomes even more apparent. 21:30 hours.
Well, what do you want us to do? They're
Level
out
D,
patrolling the
begin all
Corona
radio
Echo
telescope
intersect in Delta
recorders.
1.
Feed us an audio scan. Plug in the Mycroft computers.
All right, yes, sir. Jerry,
Yes, Mara.
contact Delta 1. I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, Mara. Delta 1 coming up.
Hi, Dr. Cassidy. Thanks for coming up here. I knew you'd want to know.
All right, Tim. Now, what's going on?
3 of our main telescopes are tracking the sun.
Yes, and?
Analysis indicates an incredible amount of solar flaring and abnormal sunspot activity.
Earth stations are reporting earthquakes, tidal waves, and various other abnormalities.
We've begun tracking confirmation through our
Take a look at
Mycroft
the echo
computer
pattern.
center.
Okay, Tim.
The diameter of the Corona Major star cloud is nearly 3 parsecs.
This is
bigger
Control,
than it
Level
was a
C.
year
Go
ago.
ahead.
Huh.
Jerry, I can't believe what
Well,
we're
that's what
seeing up
evolution
here.
is all about,
What is
buddy.
it?
Constant change.
Looks like we may be headed for a
Limitless
singularity
expansion.
condition on the sun.
I wonder what
Singularity.
Copernicus and Galileo would have
You mean
done
the
if they
sun's
knew
going
just
out?
exactly how...
Bill, are you sure? Listen, we'll send Tim up there right now. We'll need all your current graphs and radiation scan reports.
And Bill, you'd better set up radar solar tracking operations too. Tim, you'd better get up there now. Get
Talk
all
about
the graphs and
evolution.
Mycroft readings.
It sounds like
Okay,
Jerry
Dr.
turned
Cassidy.
into the sweetheart of Sigma 5.
I heard that.
Very funny, buddy.
Not looking forward to telling the ISA the sun is going down.
Oh, the Commissioner White,
Knowledge concerning energy had become an important property to man. But the idea of the sun going out prematurely represents a new and very unusual situation for Dr. Cassidy and Starlab's research people. The beginning of a dark nightmare in the light of alien worlds.
All right, Mora, we're on our way. Delta 1 out.
A huge alien spacecraft hijacked the freighter in the shipping lanes over
Alien
Tinian
Worlds
3.
continues.
A second freighter barely escapes. The
To
cargo
those
of
aboard
both vessels,
Starlab, a tiny
classified
rotating
scientific
observatory
equipment
high
for
above
the
Earth.
Starsmith
The sun
project,
seemed to be
a
going
secret ISA
dead.
installation on
Radio
Tinian
telescopes
3,
reveal
a
a once
lonely,
fiery
space-like
sun,
planetoid
darkening.
orbiting at the threshold
Research Director
of
Mara
alien
Cassidy
worlds.
contacts the International Space Authority.
This is the ISA, Dr. Cassidy. Are you there?
Yes, Commissioner.
We had a 20-degree temperature shift in the last hour in the Sahara, Mara. Satellite chart show glacier movement at the pole. It looks like an eclipse.
Alien
What's
World
going on up there?
continues.
We don't know exactly what's happening yet.
A freighter
But our
hijacking
Mycroft
over
computer
Tinian
terminal
3
shows
by a
readings that indicate the sun is
mysterious
losing
ship
electromagnetic
and a
energy
suspicion
at a
of a
rate greater than
security
normal.
leak at ISA's
We may be
top
headed for a
secret
gravitational
Starsmith
collapse.
project
Pardon
on
me, Dr.
Tinian
Cassidy.
brings
The mass
Captain
proximity
John
indicator
Grayton
is
and
ready
Buddy
to
Not
Griff
now, Tim.
back to Starlab on a routine surveying mission.
What?
I never
Solar
heard
scanning.
of the Starsmith project, Mara. What is
Yes,
it?
yes, we're working on it,
Search
sir.
me, buddy.
Tim had
Well, I don't mind
communications
if I
patch
do.
Mycroft through to the ISA
John,
computers.
I think we'd
right.
better depressurize
Commissioner
Buddy's
White,
libido
I'm having
before
our
it's too
computer
late.
tech supply your office with a duplicate of our current information tapes.
fate worse
You'll have
than
everything
death.
we've got shortly.
Hiya, Commissioner.
Yes.
Hello,
yes,
buddy.
Doctor. My terminal
John,
is receiving
Mara.
it now.
Hello, Commissioner. Have you told him about the freighter hijacking, Mara?
Yes, sir.
It can't
All
be.
right, here's the rest of it.
I'm afraid
3
so,
months
Commissioner
ago,
White.
Professor Logan
We've got about
Starsmith came
60
up with a
hours
workable
before the sun
blueprint
reaches
for a new
singularity,
hyperdrive unit,
and
the
Earth
SPA-1,
freezes solid.
The
What can
Starsmith
we do to
Parsec
help?
Accelerator.
Well, first of all, we
It
need
will
you to send an
replace the
SCT up
HT4
here right
units
away.
now in service.
We need to
But
make a
used
house
in
call.
conjunction with them,
Well,
the
the only
SPA-1 will
space
increase their
team
power by a
up
warp
there
factor of
immediately
10.
can handle this
A
is
warp
Delta
factor of
1.
10.
Delta 1.
Well, that's a 5
Wait a
magnitude
minute.
increase.
That's Graydon,
That's
right?
right, John.
Captain John Graydon?
Now, our defense system depends on having the fastest ships in
Oh,
the
no,
galaxy.
Commissioner,
To prevent
isn't there
the
anyone else you could
SPA-1
send
from
us?
falling into the wrong hands, we kept it under wraps. We even had the various components built at separate locations. Now, 2 weeks ago, we
Yes, sir.
reopened the
I'll
ISA
keep you informed.
Plasmatron laboratory on
Out.
Tinian 3 so Starsmith could
Cassidy,
assemble
what's
the
wrong?
unit.
I can't believe
He
they're
took
sending
some
Buddy
of the
Griffin
components
there.
with him. The rest were aboard the
They might as
Eldorado
well
on
let the damn sun
Xanadu
go
Trader.
out.
Well, how many people knew what the freighters were carrying?
SCT
Only
Command.
Starsmith.
Report to ISA
The freighters were
pre-launch
loaded 3 days ago.
immediately.
He ordered them up himself.
We just got
Well,
in.
when did you find out?
Oh, you can't get a
He
spare
didn't
minute
contact
anyway.
ISA until the ships were
Come
orbiting
on,
Tinian.
Captain. Let's just
There's
finish
been a
this hand,
security
huh?
leak.
Oh, we better pass for
Starsmith
now,
would seem
buddy.
to
We
be the
better
obvious
get down.
suspect.
Pass.
Well, that's what we
The
thought
man's
at
18 in
first,
back
but
of me. I
there's
got a
no
hot
motive.
21, and he says
Rich,
pass.
It's
respected,
just a
dedicated,
game. We can
completely
pick it up
devoted to
later.
his family.
It's just a game.
He's also one
I'll
of those
say it's just
typically
a game.
isolated geniuses
All
whose
right,
concept
all right.
of an alien is
ISA
someone who
says
sneaks
jump.
into the country
Captain
without a
John Graydon
passport.
jumps.
Oh, what do you want us
That's
to
how come you're a
do?
bloody hero. I'm just a
Go to
lover.
Tinian
And that's
3.
the story
Bring
of your
back
life,
Starsmith.
right, buddy?
We'll keep him here till we can figure out what's going on. Besides, I think a few days rest will do
Dr.
him
Cassidy,
good.
I just got back
What
from
makes you say
spectral
that?
analysis. The mass
Well,
proximity
something I learned
indicators
this
are
morning
registering
from his
some
assistant,
kind of
Frank
solid
Baxter.
object near the
You and
sun.
Starsmith were
It's
taking
like a
walk last night when
planetoid.
Starsmith
Tim,
stopped
don't be
and
silly.
stared up into
The
the sky
NPI
for a
is
long
probably
time,
reading solar flare-off
and he said,
gases.
all my
But I
children
think
are dying.
there's something there.
Then
Don't
he started
worry
to
about it,
cry.
Tim. Besides, the problem right now is the SCT crew they're sending us.
I don't understand. Isn't that the next logical step?
Logical step, yes. Logical team, no. Especially with Buddy Griff.
Frank. It's
Buddy
important,
Griff?
Professor.
Captain
A
John
message from
Graydon's
Starlab.
co-pilot. The Prince
does
of
it say?
Pomposity.
John
What do
Graydon.
they want?
I
They're
met
sending a
him
ship for you.
just after he got back from Altair.
For me?
He's a great pilot.
Why?
I remember
Professor,
a lecture he
what's
gave
wrong?
our academy
Haven't you
class in
slept?
2010.
You look,
It's not John who
How do
worries
I
me.
look, Frank?
It's Griff.
Old?
During
Tired?
the Altair mission, my
Professor,
father was
I
with
will
me.
you what, Frank?
Buddy made a very
Care about how
bad
I
judgment
look?
error with a photon
Why?
laser.
When did the young
Caused
ever
my
care
father's
about the
death.
old?
Oh,
Professor,
Doctor,
you know, ever
I'm
since
sorry.
last night, why are they
I
taking
had
me
no
to Starlab?
idea.
Yes.
Well, in view of what happened yesterday, the commissioner feels you'll be a lot safer there.
Well, let's get up to spectral analysis and take a look at this planetoid of yours.
Sending a fighter
I'm
squadron
really
to patrol
worried about
Timian
this,
in case the
Doctor.
alien does come
I
back.
have a theory
But they don't want to
that
take
this
any
object
chances
is
where you're
affecting the
concerned.
sun. Now,
Besides,
don't
someone
ask
has to
me how
stay
the
here
devil
and
it
keep an
got
eye on
there.
things.
Pull yourself
All
together.
right. I'll go. I'm going to miss you, Frank.
Hi, fellas. Graydon, Commissioner White. Griff.
Hey, ¿qué pasa, Chief?
Are you
Listen, man, we've
still
got
here?
problems with the sun.
Yes, Lord.
Heavy solar activity
I'm
that
still
needs
here.
some first-hand observation. You'll be briefed on Starlab by
Please
Dr. Cassidy.
finish with me for God's
Starlab,
sake.
huh? That's right. We're expecting you right away.
The pain.
You better get over to launch control now.
Wait, have I got time to get some cigarettes? Come on, buddy. Let's go.
An alien voice in the dark, a sudden swirl of shimmering golden rainbows, then silence. As Professor Logan Starsmith is drawn into the sunless void between Port Delta 1,
Give my regards to Earth
Buddy
Control.
Griff are crossing another void,
4,
the space
3,
between
2,
Starlab and
1.
Timian 3. A distance normally measured in days, about to be compressed into one measured in minutes.
Oh, man, I just love a good rocket ride.
Pulse converters. Check. Ship register circuit. A through E. Check.
Sequencer length to substatus screen.
Substatus screen. Check. Primary and secondary processor factors.
ISA launch
Processor
control
factors
reports
are
Delta 1
in
liftoff,
phase.
Dr. Cassidy.
All right.
Their ETA is a little less than 2 hours.
All right, Tim, keep me informed.
Yes,
And hold
Doctor.
on to your head.
There's more
Timers
data
are
coming in on the
settled
mass
down.
proximity indicator.
What do you mean?
Check.
Instruments show a planet-sized mass does exist. It's roughly on the same plane of the ecliptic, someplace inside the orbit of Venus.
long enough, maybe he will.
In the orbit of Venus? You're crazy, Tim.
I realize it sounds bizarre.
Look, Tim, we both checked the radio telescope reports from
You all
spectral
right, Skip?
analysis.
Yeah,
There were
fine.
no visible signs of any planetoid.
Okay.
There must be something wrong with the MPI. Have the technicians CompuScan the circuits.
But Dr. Cassidy,
And when Delta 1 docs, bring them to my office.
We were supposed to go
Yes,
out the day after
Doctor.
tomorrow.
Right.
As the sun's unusual activity continues, Starlab researchers work around the clock to unlock the mystery. Tim has found a clue, which Dr. Cassidy believes to be a fluke.
Personnel round
Computer error?
Professor?
Maybe.
All right, Lieutenant.
But what
Thank
Tim
you.
may have found could be the first sign of alien
Just
worlds.
going through one of those neurotic episodes we so-called eccentric geniuses are famous for.
Well, I'll do my best to hold things together while you're gone. Excuse me, Professor, but you better hurry. The magnetic storm we've been tracking is moving in fast.
Alien Worlds continues.
I'll be in touch, Frank.
Strange solar activity threatens the survival of Earth. A solar exploration team is sent to investigate under the direction of Dr. Mara Cassidy at Starlab, a space observatory.
Buddy, go back
There
and
is
sit with the
little
professor
time.
and walk through. I can have him switch over.
You know, I still can't believe that the guy who came up with
Dr.
the most
Cassidy?
fantastic
Yes,
parsec
Tim.
accelerator
Delta
of all
1
time.
reporting.
He
Captains
has never been
Graydon
through
and Griff.
parsec
Thank you,
acceleration
Tim.
himself.
Come in, gentlemen.
Hello,
I
Dr.
think men like
Cassidy.
him
Good to
hide
see
out
you
in the
again.
private
Hello, Captain
mathematical
Crane.
worlds because they're afraid of what
Hiya,
the
Doc.
discoveries might
Hey,
lead
where's the
to.
hero's welcome? No
Look at
band, no
Einstein.
parade, no
He
hats and
presented
horns.
his
I
atomic
thought
chain
this was a big
reaction
deal.
theories to the government.
big deal
and
with
was
my
kept in the
father,
dark
right?
about the bomb until it was
Look,
finished.
lady, there were problems for all of us
You
on
know,
Altair.
it
What
would
happened
be
with your
great if the
father could have
professor had
involved
a really
anybody. It just
nifty
happened to
daughter.
be me.
That's right, buddy. It just
any
happened to be
reason in
you.
particular
All
that
right,
aside
you
from
two,
the
enough of
obvious
this.
one.
We've got work to do. Can you tell us why we're here, Doctor?
Well, you've observed the unusual solar activity during the past few hours.
Yes, of course. We were wondering if there are any solar collecting activities that could be causing this.
No, we've checked that. There's something going on with the sun itself. That's why we need you to take pictures and run solar tests close up before it goes dead.
Dead?
How you doing, Professor?
The sun?
A little nervous.
Oh, Doc,
but
you've been out
other
without
than
a
that,
spacesuit
I'm
too
fine.
long. That's
And you'll
impossible.
experience a
No,
little blurred
I'm afraid
vision
it's not
once,
impossible,
but that'll
buddy.
clear up as soon as
Watch
we
the
walk
computer
through.
terminal. Tim?
Don't worry about it.
Right.
I'll be right here beside you all the way.
I appreciate that, Captain. Thank you.
That's frightening.
All right,
Wow.
gentlemen.
What's our bottom line?
I want you to get as close as you can.
We'll have you patched into the Mycroft computer.
We can then direct you from that point as to what to do next.
Oh, just what I need. You end up as barbecue spaceman. We better get rolling.
Right. Tim, take Captain's Graydon and Griff down to mission control.
All right.
Good luck.
We'll get the story for you, Bob.
Yeah, and if you're real good, we'll sell you the rights.
Please, help me.
I didn't expect you two at Starlab so quick.
Oh, we didn't either, Jim. But we had this tailwind.
A tailwind? Right. Oh, by the way, Captain Graydon, I feel I should tell you there's something out there by the sun.
Oh, really? What do you mean, Tim?
I have a theory about all this.
Theory? What theory? What?
Well, I'm certain there's a planetoid out there next to the sun, drawing off energy.
Planetoid?
Professor Logan
You think
Starsmith
it's
undergoes
alien?
a strange
Well,
and terrifying
let me put it this way.
metamorphosis.
It's
An
not ours.
unexplainable transformation that slowly reveals he is neither
We haven't been able to
terrestrial
track it
nor
visually
humanoid,
because of the glare
but
from the
is
sun's
instead
rays, so
an inhabitant
I can't
of
prove my theory yet.
alien worlds.
We'll keep an eye out, Tim. Thanks for the tip.
Right. So long and good luck.
Thanks, Tim.
Alien Worlds continues. Returning to Starlab from Tinian 3, Delta 1 has warped to the time-space continuum. A routine hyperdrive procedure normally harmless to both terrestrials and extraterrestrials. But as Buddy Griff looks on in disbelief, and John Graydon frantically radios ahead, their passenger, Professor Logan Starsmith, as a result of the warp-through, is undergoing
Starlight Control, we're on the go.
transfiguration.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You are the first time hearing. With the range, alien life form. Notify Laura and the Commissioner.
As Delta One moves into the black depth of space, Captains Graydon and Griff set a course for a dying
Starlab
sun.
Control to all incoming traffic. Hold your positions. We have an emergency.
We're getting close. Is
Dr.
shielding
Rossiter,
operational?
report to sickbay. Prepare the alien
It is now,
unit.
Captain.
Starlab to Delta 1. Red vector approach 589er. Bay 14, level C. I'm opening the doors now.
As Delta 1 orbits the emergency docking vector in Starlab, another drama unfolds on a distant planet of Nikola, an alien world on the verge of extinction beneath a dying sun. Emperor Mika sits alone in the Imperial Tower of the Nikonian Citadel,
Starlab, this is Delta
awaiting
1.
the
Do you
return of the
receive?
ship he
Over.
sent on a desperate
What the-
mission to another galaxy.
Skipper? What's happening,
Mika?
buddy?
What is it,
Where's our
Ariana?
power?
The
Our
main
recovery
rockets just
systems
went
returned
branchless.
from
Flame
Tinian
out.
Have the
We've lost our
accelerated
maneuvering
components
power.
been
The
unloaded?
radio's gone too.
Mika, our ship was
Fire
able
retros.
to take only one of the Earth's
I am,
transports.
Skipper.
The other one flew out of tractor beam
They're like a
range
plate of
before
cold
we had
spaghetti.
I don't care to listen
We're being
to any
pulled off
excuses
course.
today, Ariana.
The compass has
I
gone
ordered
berserk.
both ships
What
to be
is
taken.
happening?
They weren't.
Buddy, what
I don't
the
know how
devil
much
is
longer I
that?
can tolerate
What?
having my orders
Where?
disobeyed.
Look,
Mika, please.
over here,
The life
through the
element
infrared
supply
viewing
aboard
screen,
our ship
off
was
the port side.
subcritical. If they had
Where did
pursued
that
the other
come from?
transport, they might not
It's
have come back
huge.
at all.
It's
I
definitely
feel
not an
they did their
asteroid.
best under
No,
the
it's too
circumstances.
I
spherical.
think we have
Well,
reached
whatever
the point
it is,
where
we're
what
being
you
pulled
feel is
towards
no
it.
longer important,
Look at the
Ariana.
size of that thing.
First, you convinced me to support Matip's plan.
I wondered
which has
if that's what
obviously
Tim
failed.
was babbling about.
Now, you
Don't
stand
suppose-
there and suggest
What,
that failure
Captain?
to carry out a direct
mind.
imperial edict is acceptable.
That's the strangest
under the
looking thing I've ever
circumstances.
seen. It's
Mika?
gotta be some kind of
Nakona
a
is
giant
dying.
vehicle.
That
Like
is
a
our
planetoid,
only
Captain?
reality. And survival by any means possible.
Didn't really
is our
want to
only
say it.
concern.
Yeah, I know. Well, hang on, Captain.
The
We're on a collision course with it.
Regardless of the circumstances, are inexcusable.
Dr. Cassidy,
and
look!
they have no
On the
place
tracking screen,
in an
Delta
unforgiving
One.
and
It's gone.
uncompromising
What's
universe.
happened to them?
They vanished. Right off
There
the
was a
screen.
time
The
when you
scopes, the
understood
radios,
failure.
everything. They're
Was
gone. I knew it.
Keep
I
trying
doubt.
to establish contact. We've got to
What's
locate
being
them.
done with the crew of the capture transport?
They're being held in the Legionnaires' quarters.
Have them taken to the cell.
No, Mika, I won't. There's
What
no
happened?
reason to make them suffer your
Turn out the
disappointment.
lights. Buddy, we're inside
Andros.
Tim's planetoid.
What? Take the crew of the Earth
Man, I
ship
must
to the
have blacked
suffocation
out.
chambers.
Look, over there. An opening.
Stop it, Mika.
That's where we must have come in.
Stop it. I'll have them take
Hey,
it.
what's that? Something's outside the
Ignore
hatch door.
my order,
I
Andrew.
think we've got company.
You see how useless it is to oppose me, Ariana?
I hope that's the name of the
I
hotel.
know you think I have become the sadistic tyrant. But I am the Emperor of Nikona, and
Guess you
our
better do as he
situation
says,
is
buddy. They look pretty
desperate.
gruesome. Really?
Like you, I have no affection for Earthlings. And if I have to execute 10 or 20 or even 1,000 to maintain your obedience to me,
I'm Captain John
I shall
Graydon,
do it.
ISA Terra.
I'm
Where are you
sorry,
taking us?
I never thought it would
I
happen.
always knew I should have taken foreign languages.
It came to this
All right, don't get pushy. Get the
When you
claws
ordered
off
the
me.
construction of the first site.
Boy, are you weird looking. No, Mark, I've got to
Meanwhile,
see at
on
least in this galaxy.
Starlab,
Me neither,
Delta
Chief.
One has docked, and the mysterious being of Professor Starsmith has become
must be the
live near death in Starlab's alienology unit.
Intruders, you are too smart. Right and left motion.
Well, Doc, you see, we really didn't plan on it. You might say we sort of fell into it, you know what I mean?
Why do you approach Voltar's sunlighter?
keep mixing out of him like this. He
We're
won't
from
last
Terra,
another hour.
Earth. We're not intruders.
Sandy, yes,
We're on an
how are you
emergency
coming with
mission
the
outside of Sky.
anti-dehydration chamber? Just a few more minutes.
We've just stumbled onto the
Help
reason.
him grip. You said his eyes were hemorrhaging gold and rainbows. How long did they do that?
Confederacy.
Well,
Fifth galaxy of
it all happened so fast.
You
15,
are
20 seconds
intruders.
maybe.
Were his
Look,
eyes
Commander Corner,
transparent
we
before
were
the
pulled off
hemorrhage?
our mission by you.
Before.
You have entered
His eyes
forbidden
changed, and then the
space.
rainbows just spilled
Market
out.
space.
Market
Picture
space.
Diana.
What are you doing to our sun?
Look on
We
your face.
collect and store great energy from many suns.
I've read about
Yours
it
is
before.
not the
Captain
first.
Graydon, did you witness any part of the
Listen, you
reversal
sun
process?
stealers.
No,
Earth
no,
can't
I
survive
didn't.
without that
By
energy.
the time I got to the passenger deck, Professor
We
Starsmith
take
was gone.
suns in many galaxies.
Alien was
It
there.
must be so
Mr.
for
Buddy.
Mark have existed.
Hey, no
He still
way,
has
you
one
oversized
hand.
tin termite.
His
We're not going to
bio
stand for
energy
this.
discharged
No,
too fast.
don't.
During the reversal, he neutralized all the exterior three-phase
Buddy, are you all right?
It's all right, Captain. Run for it.
I'll handle these things.
Seize them.
Run for it, Skip. Get out of
He's the
here.
only one
Buddy,
who knows
are
where
you
Professor
crazy?
Starsmith
Run.
is
Damn
and what this whole incident is all about. Sandy's
In
ready,
here.
Doc. Back
I'll
here,
duck behind the
Sandy.
skirter.
Oh, Sandy, see what
Okay,
you can
now,
find in the alien
down this
medicine
corridor.
bank on
Through here.
atomic hemorrhage reaction.
What's your name?
I'll call you from the display terminal.
That one, that's it. There,
That's
there's the ship.
Now, if you'll just open the main page.
Boy, too close for cover. All right, I made it. Oh, no. I sure hope the energy field is null. Come on, baby. Come on. Fly, Delta One.
Linguistics, it's Dr.
Fire,
Thompson.
damn it.
I want 2 omnibus technicians and a portable
All right,
communicator
Delta
in the
One.
radiology unit
Well,
immediately.
let's get the hell out of here. I'm moving. The force field is null. Good. Instruments show me clear. I'm through. I've made it. I can't believe it.
He's talking to you. Why me?
Oh, no.
You were the last life form he saw before the transformation.
Oh, no. They've got a pressure beam on me. I've got to go FTL, quick.
The alien is an inhabitant of the Niconian Empire.
Okay. I'm out of their orbit. Oh, wait. Buddy, what
Sandy,
about
is the
Buddy?
pathological
I've got to
data
get back.
ready?
I've got to get help. I can't just leave him there. Starlab Control, this is Delta One. Come in, Starlab Control. Starlab, thank God. This is Delta One. I've been overtaken. We've been in contact with alien beings. The planetoid. Tim was right. It does exist. There are aliens.
John Graydon uses every
supreme faculty to blast free of the Marcab aliens and return to
Delta One.
Call themselves
Hyperdrive through the
Marcabs.
time
Buddy, still
space
inside. We've
continuum.
got to get him out.
As Professor
Thoughts of
Logan
what he just
Starsmith is
experienced
mysteriously
raced through his mind at
transformed
laser
into a
speed.
being from
It is
another
imperative
galaxy.
to warn
A creature so
Starlab
badly
and
injured by the
the
warp
threat
through
is no
ordeal
longer
that Dr.
theory.
Diana Rossiter,
It is
Starlab's
reality.
executive physician, is
Graydon and
unable
Griff
to
have
save
made
him.
contact
And somewhere
with
in the
alien
vast
worlds.
reaches of space beyond Starlab, the real Professor Starsmith waits, lost behind one of those countless secret doors that open onto alien worlds.
The Sun Stealers was written by Mike Hodell and Lee Hansen. Associate producer, Jeff Allen. Music director, Tom Rounds. Our engineer was Stu Jacobs. Assistants to the producer, Laurie Tyler and Aaron O'Neill. Technical consultant, Peter Sky. Alien Worlds
The Starsmith
was
project
created,
was based on a
produced
story
and
by Ellen
directed by
Pellicero
Lee Hansen
and written by
and
Ellen
is distributed
Pellicero,
by
Ron
Watermark
Thompson, and Lee
Incorporated.
Hansen.
And
Associate
so,
producer
until
Jeff
next time,
Allen.
this is
Music
Roger
director
Dressler
Tom Rounds.
inviting you to join us
Engineer
for the
Stu
conclusion
Jacobs.
of The Sun
Assistant to the
Stealers
producer
on
Laurie Tyler.
Alien Worlds.
Technical consultant Peter Sky. Alien Worlds was created, produced, and directed by Lee Hansen and is distributed by Watermark Incorporated. And so, until next time, this is Roger Dressler, inviting you to join us for the conclusion of the Starsmith project on Alien Worlds. Above Earth's windy skies, 1,000 miles in space, the astronomical space observatory stars above the Earth, lazily, slowly rotating to the silent voids of research space. Teams aboard have detected strange solar activity on Earth's sun. Here, the International Exploration Team, John Brain, watches over an eternity of investigate galaxies, face of the countless planets that orbit within, of course.
The compass has gone berserk.
On one of those planets,
What the devil is that?
Professor Logan Starsmith and his staff await the arrival of the components
Whatever
for
it is, we're being pulled
Starsmith's
towards it.
latest
Hang on,
invention,
Skipper.
a
We're on
new
collision course with
hyperdrive
it.
unit, known as the SPA-1, pulled aboard. But as the two freighters carrying the SPA-1 components orbiting the descent vector over Tinian, one of them, the Xanadu trader, radios an urgent message to Starlab Control.
You all right? Run for it, Skip.
Resisting, Buddy Griff creates a diversion, allowing John Braden to escape from the alien planetoid aboard the Delta One space shuttle.
This is Delta One. Come in, Starlab Control.
As news of the hijacking reaches Commissioner White, he calls a hurried conference with SET commanders John Braden and Buddy Griff, along with Starlab Research Director Mark Cassidy.
How many people knew what the freighters were carrying?
Alien encounter returns to Starlab. The freighters were loaded 3 days ago. The Sun Stealers on
Well, if there's been a
Alien
security
Worlds.
leak, Starsmith would seem to be the obvious suspect.
Well, that's what we thought at first, but there's no motive. What do you want us to do? Go to Tinian 3. Bring back Starsmith. We'll keep him here till we can figure out what's going on.
He's here, Dr. Cassidy. They're bringing Captain Braden in now.
Okay, Tim, come on.
It's pretty strange, isn't Delta One, and warped through the time-space continuum,
I mean,
reducing
something
the
went
distance
wrong.
to
We
Tinian
were
3 from
overtaken
days
by
to
aliens.
weeks.
Buddy didn't get
During our
out.
return
I've only
walk
gotten the
through,
preliminary
Professor
report. I'm not
Starsmith
sure about
undergoes
any
a
aliens
strange and
yet.
terrifying
Hi, Morris. Tim.
Jerry, where is he?
He's in the isolation airlock chamber.
How is he?
Doc Benson says he'll be all right. Radiation levels are minor, but there's enough present to leave him in the capsule for at least an hour. We need to run a couple more tests. You can talk to him on the intercom.
Good, Jerry. Tim, pull the Mycroft onboard computer tapes and begin decoding them.
John and Buddy
Better
rush
check
the
over
beam
Dr. One's
Starsmith
flight
has
recorders,
become
too. Send
to
all
the
the information to the
alienology unit in
ISA.
sickbay. But just as Dr. Diana Rossiter is about to put the alien
John,
into
thank
the
God you're okay.
anti-dehydration chamber,
Laura, we're not alone out here. Buddy didn't make it out. He's inside an alien planetoid. It's draining the sun's energy.
Oh, take it easy, John. What's draining energy?
The Marcabs.
What?
They're solid. One section.
Dad, he's not breathing. Do something.
I'd say maybe about 7 feet. And their bodies are black and shiny and claw-like hands and large radiating eyes.
Still retaining the synthetic human hand he was unable to neutralize during his morphogenetic reversal, the alien slowly closes his transparent eyes. As Part 2 of the Starsmith Project unfolds within the interstellar spaces of alien worlds.
He's here in quarantine, Commissioner White. Listen, I trust you've received the flight tapes by now?
Yes, we haven't come up with anything solid yet, though. We're still trying to analyze all the information.
Right and left lobes are 100% negative function.
Doctor, look.
What are you talking
His hand
about?
is dissolving.
Let's get him into the chamber. There still might be a chance.
You mean he's not dead?
If he were, the hand would calcify, not dissolve. I think he's lapsed into a pre-death coma.
So what does that mean?
I'm afraid you're on your own.
Here's the stage, Dr. Lassiter. TOS profile, pathological readout, and
Their
neurotracing.
eyes turn instinctively toward a dimming ball of fire hanging in space. The sun is fading, dying, and with it the future of Earth. The hopes of a planet ride upon their shoulders as they prepare an opposition against alien worlds.
I'm right here.
I was afraid.
You don't have to be afraid anymore. We're all here to help you.
Then you should know me.
Alien Worlds continues. The life expectancy of Earth has been reduced to 9 hours as our sun fades into obscurity. Alien creatures, revealed as the Marcab Confederacy, continue to drain our solar energy.
We're concerned about
Starlab
Professor
Research Director Mara Cassidy, along with her assistant Tim and Space Exploration Captain John Grayton, are the only ones who can stop the Marcabs, if indeed they can be stopped.
My name is Diana.
Oh, John.
Are you monitoring my heart pulsations?
Glad to see you out of quarantine, yes?
That makes 2 of us more.
I'm beginning
How are you feeling?
Much better,
the
thanks.
symptoms of
Good.
paragen violet saturation.
Can you recreate for me just exactly what happened to you and Griff aboard Delta One?
Reduce the
Well,
osmotic infusion.
we were within the ecliptic range of the sun, about 5 minutes south, and we were getting ready for our first photo scan pass.
Yes?
All of a sudden, our radios went dead.
An alien
Instruments,
thought
everything.
machine is
We
saved
completely
from
lost
death
all
by
power.
executive physician Rossiter.
Then we spotted this
Although Professor Logan
incredible object
Starsmith's
about
body
5
is safe from
kilometers in
Nicona,
diameter, and
his spirit still resides
with a
within
large
Matib.
disc on top.
Exactly why
We lost
and
control
how
of the ship,
Matib assumed
and we were
Starsmith's
drawn
body
into the object.
remains
It took
a
about 6
mystery.
Gs.
One which moves
Next
them
thing I knew, we
deeper
were taken
into
off
an
the ship by the
alien
aliens that I
world.
told you about. They told us they were mining the sun's energy.
But how?
I don't know.
Oh, Tim. Good. You've got the Mycroft report? What's wrong? You're white as a sheet.
That thing out there is the cosmic wonder of all time.
Tell me about it.
His health and strength
Well,
restored.
the Mycroft computer
Matib is
came through like
removed from the
Captain Video.
anti-dehydration
Solar
chamber
depth
and
sensors,
taken
heat
to a
generation
recovery unit in
refractions,
sick
course
bay,
deviations,
where he
wavelength
explains
correlations,
the
video
mysterious
scan of the
chain of
planetoid.
events which have brought
Get to the
him
bloody
to
point. What
Starlab.
did you find?
As the light of our sun
Basic
diminishes,
theory of
so does
electromagnetic
the
energy,
paragen
Dr.
violet
Cassidy.
content of our atmosphere.
Electromagnetic energy?
Yes,
Those
that's
of us
right.
in our middle years
The
have
alien
been
planetoid is an
slowly
electromagnetic
mutating
field
ourselves in
extracting
order to
ultraviolet
survive
radiation through
with reduced
infrared
amounts of the life
oscillation.
element.
Wonderful.
Oh, it
But
means the
because our
Marcabs are
children
drawing
and
ultraviolet
elders
light energy
lack the
and
strength
converting
for
it to a form
self-protection.
of electricity.
They've
That
been
would
dying
explain the
at the
invisibility.
rate of 500
The
a day.
radiation creates a massive
Is
shield
there
around
any
them
way
which
you
blends
can
with the
save
sun's
yourself?
rays.
Exactly.
Our only
That's
choice
why only the
is
MPI
migration
picked it up originally
to
on
a
the
planet with
infrared
a high
screens.
atmospheric
That's
content
very
of
interesting.
paragen
That's
violet.
not all.
We
The
know of
tractor
one,
beam that pulled
but
you
it's
into the planetoid was
2,000
also
light years from
magnetically
home.
energized.
And without
see.
Professor Starsmith's
Well,
invention,
that would explain the
we'll never
compass
reach
going
it in
crazy
time.
just before we
Our
lost
ships
control.
are too slow.
Why didn't you simply come to us and ask
That's
for help?
it.
What?
Veronica
We haven't
doesn't
got much
trust you.
time. Tim, get over to the
He
hydro
knows that the
lab.
history of
Have
Earth
them
is
assemble a
one of
50 megawatt
almost
portable
fatal
CMG.
devotion to the
We'll use the
extremes.
Michelson interferometer
Pleasure,
principle.
pain,
A counter-magnetic
power.
generator,
And to
of course. A
extremes
beam
have their
splitter.
basis in
Oh,
fear.
brilliant,
Sin
Doctor. I'll meet you two
I
in
think
the
we'd all have
briefing
to
room in
agree
20
with that,
minutes.
Mati, but things have changed during the
You
past
two blew a
century.
capacitor in your
I realize
brains.
that, Commissioner.
You've lost me.
Look
I'm
at
just a
us.
space pilot.
It's old.
And that's just exactly
Virgin
what we
Violet
need you to be,
Anoxia has all
John.
but destroyed
It's a
his
long
logic
shot,
and reason.
but it's the only one we've
He no
got.
longer
An
understands
1880
the
theory
universal
that could put the
constant
Markabs
of change.
right out of business.
And that it affects
Come on,
all
I'm going over to
sentient
the lab. We need to get together Delta 1.
There was a
We're
time
going into
when
that
he would have come to you
planetarium.
himself.
If this works, John,
Now-
we may be able to turn the
Well, how
Markab
did you
energy
find
field
out
back
about
on
the
top of them.
project? It was top
If I can
secret.
figure out a way
There
to
are no
deactivate the
secrets from
pressure
someone
beam.
who can become
Do you
anyone.
think he can get us back in?
I was a parsec
Yes.
engineer at the
Yes,
component
I'm sure of
facility
it.
in New Chicago.
But we'll need some kind of an
I was the
escort to
navigation
create a
officer
diversion.
aboard the Xanadu
I'll
Trader.
go up to Mission Control and recruit a few
I was
pilots from
Professor
Stargazer 1.
Okay.
We've
I'll be
always
two
been
and three
aware of
within
Earth's
half an hour.
technological skills, and we
As
knew it would only
time
be a matter
continues
of
to
time
slip into the
for one of your
past, the
scientists
future
devise
draws
a
closer. They're
revolutionary
designed to
hyperdrive
dethrone the
unit. I spent 3
Markab
years at the New
power.
Chicago facility.
A tenuous
Where are the men
battalion
whose
to the
bodies you
indelible.
biosynthesized?
They were held in
Meanwhile,
cryosuspension
planetoid
on the
captive Buddy
Then
Griff
returned one
remains
by
a
one
solitary
as I
man
cycled through
to
their
an
various
alien
identities.
world.
But what about the time missing from their lives?
Earthman
Nothing is
intruder,
missing, Captain.
your resistance
All
to
I
our ways
experienced
is
in their places
useless.
was
You
given
don't
to
give
them
us any
when I
choice,
returned their
Konar.
spirits.
By our very
They're not
nature,
even
we're
aware they've
survivors.
been gone.
We must
How
resist.
did you manage
Ours
to get
is to
Professor
destroy
Starsmith to
that
Macomb?
which resists.
A number of
Why do
storage
you have to
tunnels under the
destroy
project
everything?
complex
Don't you
opened
guys know
several
how to
hundred meters
create?
beyond the
Our
laboratory.
system of
Last
long
night,
ago
I
was
met
the
Professor
victim of
Starsmith at the mouth
devastating
of one of them.
destruction.
A Nakonian
We have
lambda
long
came out
since
to
created the power to never again be victims.
Would you be willing
It
to
is the
try and
way of
convince
the
me
Lord.
that in exchange for
Court,
Professor
the
Starsmith
rule of
and the crew of the
Markab supremacy in the
Eldorado,
universe
ISA will give him
to
all the parsec
destroy?
accelerators your
Sounds
planet
like a
needs?
case of bad karma.
When will you be able to
I do
leave?
not understand.
I can't believe I've actually
something,
gone over
Matthew?
your 7-foot
I
head.
think this is the beginning.
Karma is the
Take
key.
him away. What are you doing? You too shall be destroyed. We are the rulers of the light.
How much
Yours
further to
shall
walk
be
to
the
the
world
2 minutes,
of
40
darkness.
seconds. Are you certain you'll be all right with parsec acceleration?
As long as I only have to sustain one body, faster than light speed is as harmless to me as it is to you.
Skipper, we have 3 Piranha-class
All right.
flares at 282 degrees.
You fellas have been asked to
5,000
fly
meters
this
in
mission
closing.
based on your
Magnify
experience as
1,000.
fighter pilots.
Let's have a look at them on beam
Now, we've programmed D-28 missiles aboard your
Captain, those are
ships for a
Nakonian
diversion
spectral
ploy on the
raiders.
Markabs.
Something's wrong. Mika's never sent a
Hopefully, the
patrol out
counter
this
over
far
the
before.
passes will cause enough
1,000
confusion
meters in
to allow
closing.
us time to land Delta 1
500
inside.
meters in closing.
Now, if we're not
Captain,
out
open at
by
close
the
proximity
20-minute limit,
frequency.
you're instructed to
The
launch
Alta
full
Lux
Titan
Laconia,
Helitrobus
near
missiles
Lux
into the side of the
Laconia,
Markab
Bulgaria,
planetoid.
Matipsa,
And then return to
Teres
Starlab.
Naxo.
Any questions? Okay. We'll launch in 8 minutes. Synchronized watches.
They have orders to
1,600
destroy any
hours,
Earthship they
22
see.
minutes,
Mika
and
believes I was
15
taken to
seconds.
Starlab and killed.
Mark.
The pilot thinks my voice is
See
a
you guys
deception.
on the 50-yard line.
They're gonna nail us next time, Skipper.
As Starlab
Please, don't fire
pilots
on them,
prepare the
Captain. They're not
final
aware of the real
assault on the
situation.
alien encounter, a galaxy
Open the
clings to
starboard
the
fuel bay
hope
and
of
jettison the
triumph
primary liquid oxygen
on
pod. And then get
alien
ready for
worlds.
emergency warp through.
Pod's jettison, Skipper.
Okay, now when they start firing, blast the pod with our starboard laser cannons, and I'll warp through behind the explosion.
We're through.
Alien worlds
Is everyone all right?
continue.
Nice going, Skipper. We're in one piece and they think we're
The
scattered
Markab
from here to
aliens
the
must
great
be
beyond.
stopped.
An excellent
Their
maneuver,
effect
Captain
on
Reed.
Earth's sun is
Now,
tantamount
dead
to
ahead,
galactic devastation.
You sure weren't kidding about your
Starlab
son?
mounts the final front
Photosphere
as
barely
John,
registers
Tim,
on the
and
solar
Mar
scale.
prepare
What
to
team are we
effect the
approaching from the dark
aliens'
side?
demise.
All of
T minus 27
has been
seconds.
for over 2 solar years.
Captain, the device is on board.
Good. More, would you strap yourself in, please?
068.
Mission Control Delta 1 on the grid for 028, trajectory 1775.
As John, Buddy, and Matib approach Niconia aboard Delta 1, Emperor Mika sits alone in one of the Niconian Citadel's high towers. His spirit, weakened by Peregrine Violet's Captain John Graydon prepares the leading assault on the Markab Confederacy. Mar Cassidy and Tim ready themselves for the alien confrontation.
All right, Tim, let's go over the mechanics of the CMG beam splitter.
I have the timing device set for 18 minutes on the detonator. When it triggers, it'll pull every bit of energy within a radius of 5 kilometers into the magnet center. The energy overload will create a chain reaction. As the alien storage collector beams split, it'll blow them right out of the galaxy.
Good.
They can have
John, during the time the device triggers, we'll lose all magnetically operated instruments.
You mean I should be ready to fly Delta One by the seat of my pants, so to speak?
Hey, I like that. By the seat of my pants.
It's an old term used when flying airplanes without instruments, Tim.
You used to fly airplanes?
Oh, John's a pilot of many experiences, Tim, including pilot commander for the Jupiter 1 mission.
Really?
But I do.
That must have been something.
Yeah, Maura remembers that one, don't you, Maura?
In the twilight,
she was our science officer, and a good one, too.
That was my introduction to the ISA, and the last time I saw my father alive.
Pardon me for asking, Doctor, but what happened to your father
As Emperor Mika sits planning his revenge against a dark force of invisible enemies, John, Buddy, and Matib enter the subterranean corridors beneath the Nikonian citadel and make their way to one of Matib's cryo laboratories.
Timing mechanism. My father.
Professor Starsmith is in here.
Maura, listen, it's time you knew. That's not really what happened. It wasn't Buddy's mistake.
What are you talking about? The report said
I know all about the report. It was an accident, that's true. But your father miscalculated the laser's initial
Captain
impact
Griff,
strength
if you
on the
touch
beam's
that
path.
prism, the chamber
The
will
device was hot, overheated from testing all day.
Captain Braden, take these jewels and place the red one over
Buddy.
the professor's left eye.
How do you know
The yellow
all this?
one over his right
Dr.
eye,
Solomon,
and the blue one in the center of his forehead.
He told me the whole story shortly after it happened.
Yes.
But he never said a word about it to
Now,
anyone.
please stand away or you may be harmed.
But
Professor Starsmith.
it wasn't in the report.
Professor
Why?
Starsmith.
Because Buddy wouldn't allow it in the report. Since your dad was a notable scientist,
Father.
Buddy took full
I'm still
responsibility
here.
for his mistake, to clear his record.
Why didn't Buddy tell me the
As
truth?
John and Buddy watch,
It's a strange
two
guy.
razor-thin beams
Buddy's a
of
rebel,
golden light
but he's
erupt
also
from the
guided by
center of
a strong
Matib's
sense of
forehead
honor.
and penetrate the
see.
iridescent jewels over Professor Starsmith's
All right,
eyes.
if you
The
two are
gem on
ready,
his forehead
I've got to
begins
get
to
our act
oscillate,
together before our
filling the
remark
white crystal chamber with a
discovery
blinding
here.
ultra-blue radiance. Matib begins to tremble, his bioenergy temporarily weakened, as he returns Professor Starsmith's spirit, erasing the void between being and nothingness, where the professor has been suspended in the dark sanctuaries of cryosleep.
How do you feel, Logan?
Launch the
I feel a little dizzy,
Destroy them at once.
but I'll be all right. Hello, Captain Graydon. Hiya, Professor. Hi.
Interceptors launched on enemy targets. Closing.
Captain, on the probe screen.
Good eye, Tim. The Marquettes have obviously spotted us. This is Delta One leader to strike
Put your
force.
blaster away, buddy.
Okay, you guys.
The outnumber
Looks
is
like
10 to
this is the
1.
50-yard line. Execute ZK-15.
Surrounded by Imperial Legionnaires, John and Buddy are disarmed, and then along with Matib and Professor Starsmith are taken to a subterranean prison cell beneath the Nikonian citadel. Meanwhile, Mika listens to the hallucinatory voices that continue to flood his broken mind. Voices that insist even his friends are enemies, and that all enemies must be destroyed. Emperor Mika, a lonely dweller in a sad mirage, the very center of the alien world.
Well, looks like you've got your diversion, Captain.
Right. And there's the planetoid.
It really is incredibly large.
Oh my God.
Hang on. We're going down. Maura, I sure hope your rig nullifies that tractor beam.
Tim, program the key code.
Captured by Imperial Legionnaires, John, Buddy, Matib, and Professor Starsmith have been locked in a cell beneath the Nikonian citadel.
Good.
And while Mika sits in one of the citadel's high towers, deciding what to do with his prisoners, Matib is already determined
The
what that
configurations
decision
check
will
out.
be.
There's the coordinates given on the open
Unless
side.
we can confront him
My
and
cross
convince him to
computations
listen.
are correct.
I love you, Mycroft.
Do you want for an expensive addition, do you? Mika and I have known each other all our lives. I've experienced kindness, generosity, and wisdom throughout the years. I can't believe that everything he was has been lost.
Okay. Well, let's get this over with. Here, help me with the CMGs.
Sartos? Is that you? Yes. The helmet and faceplate, I didn't recognize you at first. Where are you taking the professor?
All right, you both have your communicators.
Yeah. You can speak English here, Sartos. These are my friends.
CMG with me. Mora, you guard Delta 1. And if you run into any trouble, you call us. You've got your lasertron, right? All right, don't be afraid to use it if you have to.
I'm ready, Captain.
We'll set up the jamming device. Then I'm going to try and find Buddy.
I don't know.
Okay, Tim, let's go.
Good luck.
Good grief. Did they have to make this thing so heavy?
Mika, they've brought Professor Starsman.
Have him come in. Tell the guards to wait.
Yes, Mika.
I've got to get some
Professor?
pictures of this interior.
Professor, I want you to contact your laboratory on Timian 3 and order the rest of the components to be transported here. If you refuse, I shall order the execution of the freighter crew.
You don't have to threaten me, Mika. You can have all the parsec accelerators you need. That's what Matib wanted to do.
Matib has failed me.
He didn't fail you. Without him, we'd never have learned how desperately you need our help.
I don't want your help, Professor.
Come in, John.
Only your invention.
They know we're here.
Our own technicians are quite capable of assembling it.
That would take months. You don't have that much time. If you let me supervise the assembly, it would only be a matter of weeks. Mika, I'm willing to stay here and help in any way I can.
Like you help
Okay.
certain races on your own planet? I'm familiar with your history, Professor. I know how a ruling system like yours forced their way into other lands on the pretext of helping. And I know how you destroyed their cultures when they resisted you.
Hide me?
What was the dominant political philosophy of that
it's sort of
age?
keeping you on your toes.
Burn the infants of one land,
Return?
so the earth could be
Delta
made
1?
safe
What do you mean?
for the children of another land.
Hey, all right, lady. Pretty fair shooting.
I live
You're just
in
in time. I was just in the middle of escaping.
I choose.
Where's John? You didn't fly here by yourself, did you?
Shall we begin?
No, he and Tim are down in the power collecting room. We brought a CMG to blow this place to kingdom come.
CMG.
What do you think's going
What's
on
that?
up
One of your toys?
I
It's a
don't know, Captain
counter-magnetic
Grady.
generator.
I don't know.
We think it'll counteract the method the Markabs are using to draw energy from the sun.
Sweetheart, save it maybe later over dinner, perhaps?
That's right, we better get out of here.
Hopefully not any too soon. Now quick, down this corridor.
I knew he'd help us.
He said he had no choice. Not after seeing you.
How much longer, Tim?
Just two more connections here.
Give me a few moments.
Hand me
Then come
those
to Mika's
leads.
chamber through the tower passageway.
You're shaking like a leaf.
Yeah, I know.
Try not to hurt
I
him.
just hate working under this much pressure.
Well, now's a fine time to cop to that.
Well, things are
I'm
certainly
okay.
looking up. Who was that,
There.
Matib?
That's it.
Mika's
I wonder where
daughter.
Mara is. I can't raise her on the communicator.
Should I
I
set the
shall
timer
kill
now?
them, Professor.
We'll have 18
I'll
minutes, you
kill
know.
them
Yes,
all.
set it. You get back to Delta 1, and I'll head
You've
back
got
the other
to
way.
promise me
And then
that
if
you...
No promises. Now, Lee, follow me to the communications chamber.
I never knew you had it in you.
I can't believe
where you
I
are,
did
Matib.
that.
Mika,
All right,
put
set
that
the
weapon
timer.
aside.
Let's get out of here.
We don't want to harm you.
Mika, please listen to him.
Ariana, Ariana, you set them free.
Mika, quick, we've come to help your planet, your people.
No!
Skipper, look out!
John and Tim find themselves trapped by the Markabs. The CMG timer has been set. Only precious moments remain before a deadly explosion.
Before he shot himself.
There's Buddy.
Hey, all right, John! Buddy, thank God. Where's more? Back at Delta 1.
We've only got 2 minutes.
Hurry! Rage
Get on board, Mora.
against himself.
Okay. We're not out of this yet. Buddy, fire module 1. Right, Skip.
Realized at
I'll take the rocket
last
guns and
that
hold
his
them off.
only enemies were the dark, distorted voices of his own sadly broken spirit, Emperor Mika becomes a victim of his own rage. Understanding in this final moment that only in the sanctity of death can the raging sound of one's own self be silenced, purified, and given back to that infinite, invisible place from which all things eventually return.
FTL, primary ignition.
10 seconds
There's
to
good old
detonation.
number 1, Skipper.
FTL, main
Right. Professor, what should we tell your family?
Tell them I've come to my senses and finally realize that science exists not to serve itself, but to sustain the balance of life everywhere in the universe. Tell them Nakota desperately needs my help. And tell them I've seen a future
as they
in
and their
which we
planets
all
will
see
sink slowly
Nakonians
into the west, and the east, and the north.
Good to see you, Professor.
So all together, a small group of people with tremendous courage
Goodbye, my
and
friend.
confidence have saved the threat of eternal darkness.
Thank you for
The
bringing him back
Marquette
to us.
sun mines
Watch the
that were
skies, my
destroyed
good friend.
soon
We'll
enough
meet again.
to allow the sun's own energy to regain its mighty power. The heroism of Delta One's mission has relieved the galaxy from the peril of alien worlds.
Mantras eterna centum. Dies noveliat lux eterna.
Alien Worlds was created, produced, and directed by Lee Hansen. Was based on a story by producer Jeff Allen, and our engineer was Stu Jacobs. Our cast included Linda Gary, Chuck Olson, produced and distributed by Corey Burton Incorporated, with special guest producer Richard Paul, Byron Kane, Francis Bay, Lester Fletcher, Carol Bilger, and Gail Murphy. Associate producer Jeff Allen. Music director Tom Rounds. Our engineer was Stu Jacobs. Assistant to the producer, Lori Tyler. Technical consultant, Peter Sky. Alien Worlds was created, produced, and directed by Lee Hansen and is distributed by Watermark Incorporated. And so, until next time, this is Roger Dressler inviting you to join us for another journey into Alien Worlds. Within the far reaches of deep space, there remain unknown planets, journeys into galaxies yet uncharted. Stellar exploration is the newfound adventure. High above Earth's windy skies, 1,000 miles in space, a large wheeling disk lazily drifts in orbit.